Are you ready for this? Because here we go. I am back today with one of my most requested and one of my absolute favorite videos to make. This is your choose a photo prediction for this month. And as usual, I'm not only going to give you the exact message that you need to hear today, but also I'm going to share a prediction about what is going to happen for you this month. And I'll also be sharing an affirmation and a meditation for you to use based on whichever photo you choose. So you're going to get the message that you need to hear, but also tools that you can take action on to really amplify and create some manifestation results this month. So listen up, because you are about to hear exactly what you were meant to know. These videos are so unbelievably accurate that time and time again, people tell me how shocked they are. So I really can't wait to dive in and get started. If you've been here before, you know the drill, but just in case you're new here, how it works is that I'm gonna put up 4 photo cards up on the screen at the same time, and then I will give you an accurate message and prediction, affirmation, and meditation based on whichever photo you choose. So it's all personal to you. And if you like these types of videos, I actually have a whole playlist down below called the Choose a Photo playlist, where you can find more of these videos and get all of your messages and predictions. It's sometimes really fun to go through and see what messages are coming up for you. And also, really quickly, if you're new here, I'm Mary Kate, and I'm a mindset coach and manifesting expert focused on getting you transformational results. My whole channel is all about manifesting, the law of attraction, with meditations and more, where I share the tools you need to get the results you want. I post brand new videos every single Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and also hit that bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. And also, before we get into the video, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button below if you like these types of videos, so I know to make more for you. It takes just a quick second, but it lets me know that you're watching and getting value. So once you do that, let's get right into it. Now, like I've mentioned in my other videos, this isn't tarot. It's not any kind of psychic thing. This is all actually based through psychology, energy, visualization, and interpretation. And like I mentioned, you'll most likely be shocked at how accurate this gets. So here's how it works. In just a moment, I'm going to show you 4 different photos up on the screen at the same exact time. And without overthinking it or going too deep or going back and forth, you are going to choose just one. And then I will tell you what it means, what's about to happen, your affirmation, and your meditation based on whichever one you choose. So be careful not to fall into the trap of picking which one you think is pretty, or overthinking it, or getting torn between 2 different ones. Pick which one your eyes are immediately drawn to. Pick which one you feel kind of pulled towards. Trust yourself, because you will know which one to choose. This is a great lesson in trusting yourself. You know far more than you think you do, so really trust where your attention is drawn to. And something I highly recommend is coming back to this video or some of my other videos in that Choose a Photo playlist, maybe in a few days, in a week, in a month, and see if you're drawn to the same photo or a new photo, and see what messages come up for you then. So here are the 4 photos, and again, just pick one, and I will tell you the message and prediction based on whichever photo you choose. Here they are, and you have just a few seconds. If you chose the first photo of that ladder leading out of that circle, here is the message and prediction that you were meant to hear, as well as an affirmation and a meditation that will benefit you the most this month. There is something that you've been hyper fixated on or hyper focused on lately, and it seems like it's on your mind constantly, or that you're always worrying or thinking about it. It's basically like you have tunnel vision on this one thing that you are determined to get answers on, or maybe it's some answer or change that you've been obsessing over. You just can't stop thinking about this one thing. And at times, you might feel frustrated or maybe even helpless that you haven't found the answer or the solution or the outcome quite yet. But the good news is that the solution or the answer or the change that you've been looking for is about to reveal itself. You are about to be free from this fixation with the perfect solution or answer, probably even better than you imagined. You are about to be out of this tunnel that you have felt so stuck in, with such a weight lifted off your shoulders, with a strong sense of clarity and relief. But in order to get this solution, this guidance, this answer, this clarity that you've been searching for, it's time to take a step outside of the situation and be open to the bigger picture. Try to observe it from a more neutral place where nothing is good or bad, with a knowing that everything is happening in a certain way to actually lead you to the best possible outcome. Sometimes it's hard to see it when you're in it. So take some time to get silent, get still. And whether that's through meditation, whether it's through rest, just try to spend time tuning inward in silence and stillness, letting those downloads and that guidance flow to you instead of trying to force an answer. Because in this quiet space of tuning in, the answers can show up so much more quickly than when you're trying to overthink it. Your mind can only handle so much. And being able to observe this thing or this situation or circumstance from a neutral place will remove any of those blocks that have been keeping you stuck. And if you chose this photo, be sure to start listening to the magnet meditation. I will leave a link up here and a link down below to that meditation for you to start using. And also start playing around with the affirmation, I am ready for answers. I am open to guidance. And if you chose this photo, your prediction is that you are going to start seeing blue birds. Yes, I know, sounds silly, but you are going to start seeing blue birds. It doesn't have to be a blue bird, but you'll see blue birds. Do you see what I'm saying? And no, it doesn't actually have to be like a bird flying in the sky. It could be a statue, a photo, a billboard, a book. It could be a song about a blue bird, someone talking about a blue bird, or maybe blue bird on someone's jewelry. Watch how it shows up for you, because you will start seeing them, but be open to seeing them. It doesn't have to be a bird in the sky. And when you see them, because you will, let it be a reminder of the freedom you have when you tune into guidance and observe things from a neutral place. And if you chose the second photo of that kind of streak of light with the colors all around it, here is the message and prediction that you were meant to hear, as well as an affirmation and a meditation that will benefit you the most this month. Something pretty magical is about to happen for you right now, because whether you realize it or not, you have actually tapped into and tuned into a really powerful energy of creation. Lately, it might seem like your life has been rapidly changing, like constantly busy. Maybe new situations or new people or new circumstances, they just keep popping up for you over and over again. And it almost feels like a wild ride that you're holding on to because everything is moving so quickly. Things are just so busy right now, and you're trying to keep up with all of the new changes that are happening. But all of these new situations and circumstances are actually all of the things that need to unfold for you to have those bigger goals and dreams that you've been manifesting. This is really good news. You can kind of think of it like a chain of dominoes, where you've sort of kind of poked or pushed the first one, and now all of those other dominoes are lining up and falling into place for something amazing to show up at the end. So enjoy this ride, enjoy this experience right now that you have set up for yourself, and be ready for the miracle that's about to happen. Because right now, things are all being completely rearranged in your favor. How good does that feel? You have laid the foundation for what you want, and now you're getting to the good part. This is an exciting time filled with magic and opportunities. So enjoy it and soak it in as you live in this powerful energy of receiving. And if you chose this photo, be sure to start listening to either the new Lucky Syndrome subliminals or the gratitude affirmation meditation. It's a completely personal choice whether you prefer subliminals or meditation, or you can use them both. I'm going to leave a link down to both of them below. So try them out, play around, see which one works, or use them both. And also start playing around with the affirmation, I am open and ready to receive what I desire or better. And if you chose this photo, your prediction is that you are going to start seeing glitter everywhere. Yes, that sparkly stuff, glitter. And I know some of you might be laughing or you're rolling your eyes, but these signs actually do show up for you. They're always spot on. So watch how this glitter shows up for you. And hopefully it's not in like the annoying way where you find a bunch of glitter all over your floor that you have to vacuum up. It could be maybe actual glitter. It could be someone's glittery outfit, glittery shoes, maybe glitter in a card, maybe glitter on some kind of art piece or a picture frame. Watch how it shows up for you and be on the lookout when you start seeing glitter everywhere. And when you see it, let it remind you to celebrate this powerful, energetic time that you're in right now. I really hope you don't start finding glitter all over the floor. That's never fun. But hopefully it's other things that you see glitter in. If you chose the third photo of those 3 spotlights shining on that black stage, here is the message and prediction that you were meant to hear, as well as an affirmation and a meditation that will benefit you the most this month. Lately, you may have felt or may be feeling like you are under a ton of pressure, almost like everything is dependent on you and your decisions and your effort. It's a lot to carry, and it can sometimes feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, or that everything is riding on you and your choices and your decisions and your actions. And maybe it feels like if you don't do something, that will actually affect everyone everyone around you. And that pressure has just been building for so long. But this amount of demand and pressure was never yours to carry. You are a person that cares so deeply about others. And being that type of nurturing person, you can sometimes end up carrying your burdens and then picking up the burdens of others as well. But where can you maybe delegate more? Where can you sort of take a step back and allow yourself the same support that you so freely give to others? And I know it sounds easier said than done when you've been letting this pressure fall on you for so long, but you owe it to yourself to honor what you need to. Where can you find more moments for yourself? Doing things that either bring you peace or relaxation, or things that bring you joy and fulfillment. Because it's in doing those things that you can actually start operating at a more optimum level without burning out. As cliche as it sounds, when you fill up your cup, you have more to share with others. You can't pour from an empty cup. So take this as your sign to do something just for you. Even if it's a small thing like a nap, massage, a workout, reading a book, or just taking a few moments to meditate and check in with yourself. Block that time out for yourself, whether it's waking up a little bit early or going to bed a little bit later, and watch how the people around you, when you take that time for yourself, start to step up and support you the way that you've been supporting everyone for so long. You are worthy of space and time for you without feeling like everything is going to fall apart if you take that time. And if you're feeling unsure how you're going to delegate or how you're going to take that burden off of yourself, maybe begin to start playing around with this affirmation. I always see evidence of massive support all around me. People love to support me. That's going to give your brain something to feed you evidence of. And also, if you chose this photo, be sure to use the chakra clearing meditation. I'm going to leave a link to that up here and down below. But that meditation is really going to help clear and release a lot of that pressure that you've been carrying for so long. It's going to feel really nice and magical. And if you chose this photo, your prediction is that you are going to start seeing feathers everywhere. It could be a feather on a ground. It could be a feather in a movie, a feather on a show, a feather pen, a feather that falls out of your pillow, or maybe even someone just talking about feathers. Just watch how they show up for you. They always show up in such fun ways when you're open to it. And when you see these feathers, let it be a gentle reminder to let yourself be supported more and more. If you chose the fourth photo of the butterfly, here is the message and prediction that you are meant to hear, as well as an affirmation and a meditation that will benefit you the most this month. There is a part of you that is craving some sort of change, whether it's a life change, maybe a change with something in your house, some type of renovation, or maybe even a change in something that you want to change about your appearance. There is something that you have been wanting to change or thinking about changing lately a lot. But with this new change, you tend to get caught up in current circumstances and distractions, so much so that you keep putting this thing that you want to change on the back burner and falling into the same patterns over and over again. Instead of making this change, you're just kind of pushing it to the background. And you may even feel like if it's meant to be, or if you're supposed to make this change, that it will just happen. But oftentimes before a change like this can happen, there is some sort of action on your part to trigger that thing or that change actually happening. And you may even be feeling like you're waiting for some sort of permission or validation before you make this change. But the truth is, you don't need permission from other people. The permission comes from you. You are the only person in charge of you, and you are the only person standing in the way of taking the actions you want to take or making the decisions on how your life gets to be. Only you can give yourself permission around that. And once you fully understand that you are the only one that's going to give yourself permission, that's that magical moment where everything starts to change. And it's not permission in the sense of taking any big actions or making any huge changes. Permission more in the form of allowing yourself to see things differently, to form new beliefs, and to change your mind about how things are, and instead take your power to choose how they get to be. Giving yourself permission to release the past and instead change how your future goes. Because your life is constantly changing. You are constantly learning and growing and deciding and shifting. And knowing that change is inevitable and nothing stays the same, knowing that, where can you find more freedom in trusting yourself? Giving yourself freedom to play and create the life that you desire. Whatever change or changes that you've been thinking about, start to journal and get clear on what these changes would provide for you. I always like to say, just choose a one-word feeling that that it would provide just to give you that clarity. And once you have that one word feeling, how can you start playing around in that feeling now? Like I said, you don't have to go crazy or make any big changes, but finding that feeling is such a huge indicator and can oftentimes help you move forward with clarity and certainty. So if you chose this photo, another really great tool besides that journaling is going to be the higher self-guided meditation. I'm going to leave the link to that meditation up here and a link down below for that. And also start playing around with the affirmation, I am free to have, be, or do anything that my heart desires. And if you chose this photo, your prediction is that you are going to start seeing rainbows everywhere. And it doesn't have to be one of those rainbows in the sky. It could be a rainbow formed by sunlight when it hits glass in a certain way, or rainbows in a picture or a movie or a song. Watch how these rainbows show up for you. And when they do show up, because they will, let it be a reminder of the magic that you hold to play and create anything you desire in life, because you are giving yourself permission to do that. So those are the 4 photos. Let me know which one you chose, if it was 1, 2, 3, or 4, and let me know if that message resonated with you. I always love hearing the results from these. And like I mentioned, if you want to watch some of the other Choose a Photo playlists, they are all linked in the description box below and the Choose a Photo playlist. Please go ahead and leave me a comment below. I really love hearing from you, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and also hit that bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. You can also find me over on TikTok and Instagram and Threads at MK Magic Mindset. And if you want to learn more about me, my programs, how to work with me, and more, you can visit my website at mkmagicmindset.com, and I will see you in the next one.